A very good morning to one and all. Myself, Professor Chetan Gupta, CSE Department, SIRT, the Sage Group, and today we are discussing about the subject that is Database Management System. The subject code is CS 502, and in this session, we are discussing about the topic that what is RDBMS and different type of keys that we are using in RDBMS. So first of all, we will start with what is Relational Database Management System. Basically, RDBMS is known as Relational Database Management System. Uh, Relational Database Management System is also known as RDB, that is a relational database. Basically, RDB is a collective set of multiple data sets organized by tables, records, and columns. RDB establish a well-defined relationship between the database table. Tables communicate and share information which facilitate data searchability, organization, and reporting. Basically, RDB use structured query language, that is the SQL, which is a standard user application that provide an easy programming interface for database instruction. RDB is derived from the mathematical functional concept of mapping data set and was developed by Dr. E.F. Codd. Basically, relational database organize data in different ways. Each table is known as relation, means in relational database, a table which having a number of rows and number of columns is also considered as a relation which contain one or more data category columns. Each table contain a unique data instance defined for corresponding columns category. One or more data or record characteristics related to one or more record to from functional dependency. Means basically what we understand with this definition, that basically RDBMS is a collections of record. What kinds of record? Any record, any user data, any patient data, any transaction data. So basically in RDBMS, a relation is a 2D structure which having a number of rows and number of columns. RDB stand for Relational Database Management System, that we have already known. RDBMS is the basis for SQL and for all the modern database system like MySQL Server, IBM DB2, Oracle, MySQL, and Microsoft Access. A relational database management system is a database management system that is based on relational model introduced by E.F. Codd. So in this, we have discussed that our RDBMS is basically a relational database. A relation is considered as a table. So what is table? So basically, table is a 2D structure. The data in the RDBMS is stored in the database object, which are called as tables. This table is basically a collection of related entities, and it consists of numerous columns and rows. Basically, in this example, we should understand what is a table. Basically, here we see the example of a table that is a passenger table, which having a 4 column, that is a name, that is a age, that is a gender and city. So in this table, we have 4 column: name, age, gender, and city. So basically, in each table having a number of columns. So in this table, we have 4 columns. Each column have a unique value. For example, in first row, there is a record of Akhil, whose age is 25, whose gender is male, and the city of that passenger is Hyderabad. So what it indicate? Basically, it indicate that a particular row is inserted in passenger table. So what is a table? Table is a collection of rows. Table is a collection of columns. Each column have its own value. that is known as field, and these all the record are logically related to each other. So this is all about relational database management system and tables. So there are second concept of keys that are very, very essential if we want to work on RDBMS, if we want to work on any relational database management system. So that is a concept of keys. Basically, keys plays an important role in the relational database. It is used to uniquely identify any record that is a row from the data tables. It is also used to establish and identify a relationship between tables. We have four different types of keys: primary key, candidate key, super key, and foreign key. So basically, first we will start with what is primary key. Basically, it is the first key which is used to identify one and only one instance of an entity uniquely. Means primary key is a key which is used for uniquely identification of a data. There are some properties of the primary key that it cannot be null, it cannot be changed, it cannot be a missing value. Means the primary key is a key which can uniquely identify all the tuples, all the values of any columns, because it is unique. An entity can contain multiple key, as we saw in the person table. For example, if we see this employee table, so what we have seen, we have four, or we have seen that we have 6 columns, that is employee ID, employee name, employee address, passport number, license number, and SSN number. So in this table, what is employee ID is the primary key. In the employee table, ID can be a primary key since it is a unique for each employee. In the employee table, we can even select license number and passport number as a primary key since they are also unique. But still the employee ID is present there. So that's why we will consider employee ID is a primary key. For each entry or for each entity, selection of a primary key is based on the requirement. Now, second one is our candidate key. What is candidate key? A candidate key is an attribute or a set of attribute which can uniquely identify tuples, just like our primary key did. The remaining attribute, that another definition is the remaining attribute except for primary key are considered as a candidate key. The candidate key are as strong as primary key. For example, in employee table, ID is best suited for the primary key. We have already seen this, the same example in the primary key. So rest of the attribute like SSN, that is the social security number, like passport number and license number, etc., are considered as a candidate key. Means if there is a missing of primary key, so we can consider attribute that is unique, it cannot be null, it cannot be altered, so that key is considered as a candidate key. In second paragraph, we have already seen the remaining attribute except for primary key are considered as a candidate key. So this is about candidate key. In the given example, the employee ID is there, so that is a primary key. But in case, suppose the employee ID is not available there, the column of employee ID is not there, so we have search and candidate key. So here we have 3 attributes, that is our passport number, that is our license number, and social security number. Both are unique, all 3 are unique, all are cannot be null if they, because every license number is unique. So this 3 attribute, out of this 3 attribute, any attribute can be considered as a candidate key, which work exactly like a primary key. So because why? We want to uniquely identify the data. So there is a concept of primary key. Okay, now the third one, that is a super key. Basically, super key is a set of an attribute which can uniquely identify the tuples. This super key is also did the same work. We have performed the same work, that is a uniquely identification of a data. For example, if any table does not have sufficient attribute to form a primary key, then we will, what we did, we can combine more than 2 or 3 attribute to form a key. that key is known as super key. So basically, super key is a subset of the candidate key. For example, in employee table, employee ID, employee name are the name of the employees, but be the same, but their employee ID cannot be same. Hence, this combination is also be a key. So what is the super key? Employee ID, employee name. If we merge these both two attributes, so this can be also work like a primary key, and it can be used for the uniquely identification of a data. Basically, super key is the superest key out of all the keys. Means we can combine all the attribute to form a super key. It will basically depend on the requirement. Okay, last one is our foreign key. So what is foreign key? Foreign key are the column of a table which is used to point the primary key of another table. Why we need primary key or why we need foreign key? So basically the key for the concept of foreign keys is implemented because if we want to join two tables, so we need a common column. In that particular case, the primary key of one relation is present in another table as a normal key. So that attribute is used during the joining of a table. So that is the logic behind the generation of a foreign key. For example, in a company, every employee work in a specific department, and employee and department are the two different entities. So we cannot store the information of the department in the employee table. That's why we link these two tables through the primary key of one table. So for example, in this example, what we have seen, we have two relation, or we have say that we have two tables which have number of columns, like employee table have an employee ID, employee name, passport number, license number, social security number, and there is one more attribute is department ID. And we have another table, or we have another relation, that is department. It contains the information of department ID and department name. So if we want to join these two tables, so there is a common attribute that is a department ID. So in employee table, employee ID is primary key. In department table, department ID is the primary key. But if we want to join, so we need to repeat one column in another table, because if there is not a common column, so we can never join two tables. So the department ID is also available as a primary key in department relation, and that department ID is also available in the employee table as a normal attribute. So whenever we want to join these two tables, so we can join on the basis of this department ID, because department ID is unique in department relation because it is a primary key of that relation. So whenever we want to join two tables, we always need foreign key. So in today's lecture, we have discussed what is RDBMS. RDBMS means Relational Database Management System. We have also discussed the different type of keys, like primary key, like candidate key, like super key, and foreign key. In our next lecture, we will discuss about the another concept that are related with the relational database management system. Okay, thank you so much.